What up, what up, what up? We are live from Chicagoland, USA, baby. That's right. I am now in Chicagoland area. So if you're in the area, drop some comments. Let me know where you're at. Love to meet people in person. Do one-on-ones. So let's look at some charts because Bitcoin pumped and then it didn't really dump, just does what it does. So you're looking at the hourly chart there. Nice pump there. And then, oh, hold up. Okay, there you go. There we go. So had a nice run up here. Retraced. And if we put the Fibonacci on there from the bottom to the top, this looks right at about 618. So let's see. Whoops. All right, so we'll go like this. And as I suspected, it looks like the 618 is holding as support, and it even climbed and retested the 5 and is holding as support. So that's a good sign. That is bullish. That we could now possibly do something like this. And from that angle, it looks like the 382, it bounced off the 382, and the 382 is holding it down. So you have to look at it from all angles, because this is what, so some people doing Fibonacci this way. Some people are doing it. Some people are doing it, even doing it micro. So they do it like this, from here to here. And so everybody has their strategy they do. And that's fail and lose because they don't have a strategy, or they think they have a strategy, but it's not really a strategy. It's just a strategy of giving money to the markets. So that's why if you follow me and you stay close to what I'm doing, eventually you maybe get let into my no lose strategy. Fine, I'll show you my no lose strategy right now. So this is my trading account. Should be changing here. Oh, no, I got to switch it. So all right, so here is my trading account where I place my trades at. Femex is, so Femex right here. is the trading platform I use, the Perpetual Futures Bitcoin exchange that allows you up to 100x. And so what that means is if you put $1,000 into your account, times it by 100, then that's how much money you're working with. That's how you can go into the market and play around with that money. So as you can see here, I have $9,379.60 that I'm working with. Okay, times 100 is what, everyone? That's $1 million, correct? Okay, so what you do is you just place tiny little bets. It's really simple, contrarian to what most people do, but when you figure it out, it really is easy. You buy on the red days and you sell on the green days. So as you can see, I'm up $34. It's not a lot, but I did cash out $100 earlier. And now I will wait until, so this is the daily chart, okay, we're looking at here. So on this big dump right here, this big red day right here, I bought 20,000, I entered 20,000 long contracts, okay? And then before this wick right here, way down here, I bought 10,000 more contracts. And then when it got back up here today, I scaled out $100. And so tomorrow, if we have another red day tomorrow, then I'll buy more contracts. If we have a green day and this is like $100 again, then I'll scale out $100. This is an easy way to make $100. And an easy way to make $100 a day to where you cannot lose. And when I say you cannot lose, what I mean by that is, let me move myself out of the way here real quick. Or let's see, maybe I can bring this up. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay. So as you can see here, okay, see my pointer right here? I'm going to highlight it for you. Estimated liquid. What that means is if I open 10,000 contracts, which one contract is equal to $1. Okay. So that's $10,000. And if you do $10,000 divided by 1,000,000, then that's the percentage of $1 million that you're working with. So $10,000 is not a lot in comparison to $1 million. So if you go down here, you can see the estimated liquidation price is $33,150. So the price of Bitcoin would have to drop to $33,000 for you to get liquidated, for you to lose this $9,378. Okay. Now, so technically it's not a strategy, right? But if you see that the price of Bitcoin is going to go down to $33,000 and you're a Bitcoiner like me and a bunch of other people, you will gladly buy Bitcoin at $33,000. We all know Bitcoin is not going to zero. We know it's going to go to $1 million plus. So we will gladly buy it at a lower price. And which makes this strategy simple. You buy on the red days, you take profits on the green days. It's simple. But it's hard when you try to put it in practice because your mind fucks with you. Trading, once you master trading, you will have a master's in psychology as well. Because you cannot be a successful trader unless you have successfully mastered your mind first. That's just all there is to it. So this trend line seems to be holding, and it appears that we are headed for this big fair value gap here that I've had marked on the chart for weeks. That's another thing in trading. It's all about patience. If you don't have patience, trading is not for you. But patience is a skill and it can be learned. So, just for fun, to show you live, and in case when tomorrow opens, and if it goes higher, let's just open 10,000 contracts long right now. Okay, now if tomorrow we have a green day, then it's just, I'll be able to scale out more than $100. And if we have a red day, I'll just buy more contracts. So actually, I'm going to do estimated liquidation price 56,800. I don't think we're going to 56,000 anytime soon. So I'm okay with that. Now, if price reversed and started heading towards 56,000 before I could exit my position, like I said, I will gladly buy Bitcoin at $33,000 or $56,000. And when price, this strategy is not a poor man's strategy. You have to have money to do this. So if the price goes against you, well, then you just add more money to your account. So you're never always just in the market with your entire life savings, okay? You have to have reserves. You should never just allocate all of your funds to trading. But it is a great way to accumulate more Bitcoin and just stack more Bitcoin, stack Bitcoin, stack Bitcoin with leverage. Most Bitcoiners, they just dollar cost average every day. So they'll buy $10 here, $10 there every single day. And some people buy $100 a day. Some people buy $10,000 a day. But when you combine dollar cost averaging with leverage and you understand what I'm trying or what I'm explaining here, you can compound your returns versus just buying and holding and hoping and wishing and praying that Bitcoin goes up. When you employ this strategy, it doesn't matter if Bitcoin is up or down, because if it's up, you're taking profits. If it's down, you're buying more Bitcoin so that when it goes up, you can take profits. So if this is making sense for you, then give me a like and a follow and a share. Give me a like and a follow and a share, even if it doesn't make sense, because then you can learn. And if you have any questions, I stay on till the end to answer all questions, any and all questions. So if you have any questions, put them in the comments and I'll answer them for you now. And then we will get into more of the mindset training. All right. So let that sink in. All right. So if you see here, we're in about 25,000 contracts. Okay. That's a good amount of contracts. So 100,000 contracts would be 1% or 10% of a million. That's a pretty large position, even though you're dealing. What most people do is they will put $10,000 into a trading account. They'll select 100x leverage, and then they'll go place one trade with that entire $1 million. They will open $1 million long position. And then they get liquidated and they're like, what happened? And it's because just simple, pure education. Just they're uneducated. Most people are taught that leverage is bad. Stay away from leverage. Don't use it. You'll lose your house, blah, blah, blah. That is not how it works. The most you can lose is your margin, whatever the amount you put into your trading account. So as you can see here, since I entered all those contracts, now my account went down to $9,156. But wait, you entered 25,000 contracts. How does that work? See, this is what you need to understand before you go and make trades. Unless you want to give money to the markets and you want to give your money away, learn before you earn. All right. All right. So let's get into it. What do you say? What do you say? So let me find my intro here. Please hold, please. Let's actually look at some other charts. Okay, so that's the daily. And a new day for Bitcoin starts in 36 minutes. Bitcoin 7,365. So a new day for Bitcoin starts at 0000 UTC. Universal Standard Time. Or universal whatever. Universal time. So in 36 minutes, this candle here will print What that means is it will not change ever again. And then we go to a new day here. And will it go up or will it go down? We don't know. We just have to wait and see. That's why we love trading, because we just respond to whatever the market is doing. We are price action traders. So this is the daily chart. Okay, now let's zoom in a little bit. Here's the 12-hour chart. So every candle here is 12 hours. Boom, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12. And as you can see, that is an engulfing pattern. So it appears to be reversing there. But also the market makers, sometimes obviously they are market makers, so they do placing trades, and that's why you're doing, or else you'll just give money to the market makers and they will gladly take your money. All right, so let's go to the 6-hour. Okay. My blazing fast internet is not blazing fast. All right, there is the 4-hour. And the 3-hour. One hour. So here it's like a bottom, pumped all the way back up, V-shaped recovery. Nope, kept going. So this could be something similar. So in 30 minutes, I will come to the daily here. I'll zoom in. Oh, nose itches. Whoops. I will zoom in here. Oh, so see, here's my liquidation. Way down here. Way down here. Not worried about getting liquidated. Okay, so we'll zoom in. Oh, I didn't mark it yesterday? Oh yeah, because that was I like I said, I use Femex to place my trades, and I use TradingView to chart, to put all my lines and everything on there. So what I do on TradingView is I mark out. So this is likely the high of the day. This is likely the low of the day. Okay. Now tomorrow opens, pops up, retests the high of the day and climbs. That's bullish. If it opens and retests and goes lower, then that's bearish. And you just place your trades accordingly. That's all you got to do. So that's my Femex account here. Let's go back to TradingView. And also all of my resources, the links to the resources I use are in the show notes. So if you're interested, all my links are clean. You will know that you're clicking on a good link and not being sent to some scam. What the hell? There we go. All right, so that is the hourly because we are in the last hour. We're actually in the last half hour now, so you could go to here. So every one of these candles is 30 minutes. And as you can see, like I said, I mark up all my charts on TradingView just because it's a little cleaner, crisper looking to me anyways. So this was yesterday's low. This was yesterday's high. This was yesterday's close. Currently, we're being held down by yesterday's close. Or you could say we're being held down by the zero. All right. So sorry. I say so a lot. I know. I know. It's okay. I just had to get organized there for a second. All right. So, if you're here tonight, it's not by accident. Most people spend their entire life more, but still falling behind. Not because they're lazy, but because they were never taught how the system actually works. Tonight is not about hype. It's not about get rich quick. It's about understanding how wealth is built using credit, leverage, structure, and strategy. While the masses were taught to fear all of it and to go into debt buying liabilities. The wealthy have used debt and other people's money, insurance, trusts, and ownership structures for millennia, ever since they were invented. It has been for the wealthy class. But in today's day and age, with the access to the information, everybody has access to the same information. All you got to do is access it. And that's the whole purpose of this channel, is to give it away for free. So somewhere along the way, that education was removed from schools. It was replaced with obedience, consumption, and dependence. But instead of complaining about the system or playing victim to it, we do something very, very different here. We educate ourselves, we learn the rules, and then we use the system the way it was designed to build, protect, and pass down wealth. Every Thursday night, each one thing in your finances, your structure, and ultimately your life so that you can pass down and leave a legacy for your children and your family. If you're looking for shortcuts, this 100% is not for you. If you're looking to build something real for yourself, your family, and your legacy, well, then you're in the right spot. Let's get into it. How the wealthy actually build, protect, and pass down wealth, and how you can too. All right, so welcome to the Sovereign Builder Masterclass, where business owners, investors, and families build wealth, learn to build wealth using credit, other people's money, and structure, proper structure, while everyone else stays trapped. If you would like to stay trapped in your debt cycle, you are more than happy to do that. But if you want to escape the matrix, if you will, it's always referred to the matrix because it really is. Once you go into debt and have a family and buy a house, you are tied down. It's hard to be mobile in the event of, say, another COVID. This isn't hype. This is how wealth has been built for millennia. This masterclass is for you if you're tired of living paycheck to paycheck. If you're told the system is rigged, but you want to use it, not rage against it. You want to build wealth without selling your soul. You care about legacy, not just money. You want to take control of your thing. Who this is for. The core truth: the system was designed to benefit everyone, but only the educated actually use it. And yes, it has a lot to do with the family that you're born into. But again, the day and age that we live in today, with the access to information that we have, anybody can learn this and implement it. Most people misuse credit. They own liability. They have no structure, and they have no protection. The wealthy, a tool, they leverage other people. They control assets. They build structures around those assets, and they protect all those assets and everything with trusts and corporations. We don't have a victim mentality here. You can cry about the system or you can learn how it works. Nobody's coming to save you. The government is not coming to save you. The banks aren't coming to save you, but they'll give you free money. School's not coming to save you either. It may save you in the afterlife, but it ain't life. Sovereignty starts when you take responsibility for your financial, legal, and your spiritual life. Everything in your life has to be balanced if you're seeking success. Major success, billionaire status. You think they just became billionaires by willy-nilly in it? No. No, they did not. They know what the fuck they're doing. So 15 minutes and counting down to the new day of Bitcoin. Oh, sorry. Sovereignty starts with your mental. You can take control of your mental, or you can be controlled. Credit and debt. The lie you were sold. Most are taught debt is bad, credit is dangerous, cash is king. The reality, bad debt is bad. Strategic debt builds empires. Cash is trash if it's not working for you. If you have cash that's not working for you, at least buy some Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a superior savings technology to cash. It's gone up 50% per year over the past 10 years, and it's predicted to go up 30% a year over the next 40 years. Will that happen? Who knows? Regardless, if you understand the mechanics of Bitcoin, there's only 21 million coins. You can't print more of them. It's not controlled by a third party. It's completely decentralized. Nobody owns or controls it. It's money for the people. And then if you know about XRP, then you got money for the banks. XRP is going to be money for the banks. And if you know about XLM, I mean, XRP is way faster than Bitcoin. You can convert your Bitcoin to XRP, send it across the world in a matter of seconds. They can convert it back to Bitcoin or to any other coin that they want to. But if you're looking to move Bitcoin around, that's how you do it. Or XLM is a good one as well. So credit is not evil. Ignorance is evil. How do the wealthy use credit? The wealthy use credit to acquire cash flowing assets. They control the assets without owning them outright. This preserve their own capital that they can then use to do whatever the fuck they want. It shifts risks and it multiplies time and skill. Kids are taught how money actually works. That poor and middle class people are just not taught about money and how it actually works. So if you want to go from poor to middle class or from middle class to rich, just learn how to do this shit and you'll be good to go. OPM, other people's money. It's not a trick, and it's how everything gets built. Real estate, businesses, infrastructure, corporations, all use other people's money. If you're not using other people's money, you're slower, you're risk exposed, you're capital constrained. Business and investing. This is what you use. Businesses create cash flow, they create tax advantages, and they create creditworthiness. Investing creates equity and optionality. The wealthy own businesses and assets. The poor trade time for dollars. If you're still trading time, come and employ these strategies. It really is easy. And once you get inside the Discord, my Discord, you get to network with other people who are doing this already. They already have their structures in place. They already have own assets. They're doing deals together inside the Discord. They're making shit happen. Structure is everything. Wealth does not live in your personal name. It lives in entities, in trusts, in holding companies, in proper contracts, clearly separated from you personally. If everything is in your own personal name, you are exposed. You are taxable. You are fragile. Insurance is more than just protection. Insurance is used for liquidity. I'm sure a lot of people out there have heard of infinite banking. Become your own bank. Be your own bank. It's not just protection, it's liquidity, it's leverage, and it's strategy. The wealthy use insurance to store capital, access liquidity without selling assets, protect estates, transfer wealth efficiently. And all most people were taught is that insurance is an expense. It's actually a financial tool. Talking about life insurance. 7702 plan. Google that. What is a 7702 plan? Asset protection. You don't build wealth first. You protect it as you build. Asset protection means lawsuits don't destroy you. One mistake doesn't wipe you out for death. And your family is insulated. Hope is not a strategy. Structure is. The new financial system, Bitcoin and crypto. We are entering that new financial system at a rapid pace. Trump is laying the groundwork for a brand new financial system. One day, I swear to God, you're going to wake up and everything's going to be, you're going to go to your bank. You're not going to know anything. Everything will just be faster and more efficient. And you'll have the option to do crypto through your bank. But if you know anything about Bitcoin and crypto, you know that the whole ethos of it is decentralization. So if you're waiting for the banks to come and save you, and you don't learn to implement this stuff on your own and learn how to do it yourself, then one day you're going to wake up and the bank's going to say, oh, sorry, nope, this crypto's mine. They'll do a bail-in your money. You don't think this can happen? Think again, my friends. Bank of America loves to take people's money. And if you read the fine, they can legally do it. So if you go to try to fight them in court and fight their freaking fancy lawyers, you're not going to win. So good luck with that. Bitcoin and crypto party risk. They reduce reliance on banks. They enable self-custody. That's the most important. You control all of your assets. Nobody anywhere can tell you what or how to deal with your assets. You don't have to fill out any paperwork to open a brokerage account. Maybe you got to do a little KYC, take a picture of your ID, no big deal. There are ways around that too if you're totally trying to get off. The institutions are coming to crypto and Bitcoin. The early builders always win. We're still early. And front running the institutions, you still have an opportunity to do so. Every major wealth shift, railroads, oil, real estate, the internet, the early adopters won. What if you could go back in time, stock, buy some Amazon stock, buy some Facebook stock? That's where we're at right now with crypto and Bitcoin. Bitcoin and Ethereum, XRP, ADA, some of these top 10 coins are for sure going to be around for a while. But it's still early. So I don't like to gamble or guess. And that's why I just strictly teach how to accumulate more Bitcoin, the hardest asset known to man, that you can now borrow against. You just go into decentralized land, stake some of your Bitcoin. They hold some of your Bitcoin in it's called a segregated wallet. And then they will give you USDT, Tether. So say you have one Bitcoin, you can take one Bitcoin, deposit it into a decentralized bank. You could then borrow 50% LTV. So if today one Bitcoin is worth 91,000, they would lend you $45,000 USDT that you could then take and deposit into a trading account and employ the strategy that I taught you at the beginning of this video. Yes, it takes money to make money, but it doesn't have to be your money. It can be other people's money, the bank's money. If you have good credit, if you have a good credit profile, go to the bank. Well, actually, first go to my website, cjpeart.com. Download my playbook, the OPM playbook. It's under my free guides. Then follow that playbook step by step, and you will then be in control of $50,000 to $100,000 in free money from the banks. If you don't know what to do with it and you want help employing this, certainly help you do that. So the real problem is not lack of opportunity, it's lack of education, lack of structure, lack of community, lack of courage. Once you see this and get this and understand what I'm trying to teach here, you cannot unsee it. And you can financially very fast. Is it get rich quick? No. It's get rich slow, but it's get very rich over a long period of time that you can then leave and pass down to your heirs. You got to have legacy thinking. The goal is not getting rich. The goal is breaking generational cycles, teaching your children differently, leaving systems and not stuff. Most people, when they die, they just leave stuff to their heirs. Maybe a house, some cars, some jewelry, maybe some gold, some coins here and there. They didn't build their lifetime, and that's okay. That happens. And I believe that this life is about abundance and about creating and about teaching others how to do that as well. Because there is plenty of abundance in the world. You just have to change the way that you think and the way that you look at it. That's legacy. Creating freedom that outlives you. Leaving legacy, or leaving systems and not stuff. So I talked about the real problem: lack of education, lack of structure, lack of community, lack of courage. The solution, obviously, is education, structure, community, execution, and exclusive. And what I mean by that is you have to somehow get access to some exclusive thinking, training, and that's what we teach here. It's not magic. There's no shortcuts. I'm not a guru. This is a movement. It's not about politics, right or left. It's about overcoming fear and taking ownership over your sovereignty, your stewardship, and your legacy. So what we do here is we deconstruct the system, we teach real strategies, we share frameworks, build sovereign builders. We are individual contrarian thinkers. We think outside the box. On the inside of the Discord, you'll get the same message, just deeper layers, and access again to those real live deals, real live people that are doing real live deals. They are implementing these strategies. They're implementing everything that I went over tonight. They have their structures in place. They have their corporations in place. They have their insurance in place. They're buying businesses. They're investing in real estate. They're buying Bitcoin with their free cash flow. They're treasuries with all the businesses that they own, making the businesses that they own that much more valuable. This is the future, my friends. If this resonates with you, you belong here. You're early. You're not crazy. The people in my inner circle are not average. But you do not need permission. You do not need approval. You don't need to wait. You just need a community like ours to witness real execution. So everything I shared here tonight it's not theory. It's not YouTube knowledge. It's not something you implement alone. Sovereignty, decentralization, building businesses, investing in real estate, it's not built in isolation. You can't do it alone. You have to have a team. It's built in community. It's built with structure. It's built with accountability, and it's built with proper access, which is what you get inside the Discord. A year from now, there will be two versions of you. One version keeps consuming content, nodding their head and saying, I'll get to it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The other version is inside the Discord where really are using credit correctly, structuring entities and trusts, deploying other people's money, accumulating assets, learning Bitcoin and decentralization the right way, and actually executing the system. The only difference between those two people is proximity. That's why I built the private Discord. It's not a hype group. It's not about signals or noise. It's a builder's room. It's a mover and shaker's room, if you will. Inside the Discord, you get daily deep dives that build on tonight. I go live every day, mostly teaching my no-lose Bitcoin strategy, which is hands down, by far, bar none, worth the weight in gold. We have real discussions around credit, other people's money, and deal structure. We discuss business investing frameworks you don't find online. We talk Bitcoin and decentralization without the nonsense or the hype or the noise that you hear. We dissect everything fully, just teach theory, we implement strategy. We teach asset. So inside, you will have access to asset protection and insurance strategies, contracts, templates, everything, all you need that was discussed tonight, all in one place. One clean, easy to follow and flow that you get access to. And you also get access to me and others. We filter out the tourists automatically. These aren't looky-loos inside inside this Discord. These are deal makers, movers and shakers. So if this resonates, you belong here. You're early, you're not crazy. The people in my inner circle are not average. So come get direct access to me, other builders. But remember, this isn't for everyone. If you're looking for shortcuts, signals, or someone to save you, if you're building a business, thinking about legacy, you already know this is where you belong. If tonight resonated, don't overthink it. Get in the room. The link is below. Join the Discord, introduce yourself, and start building. Until next time, folks, I love you. Be kind to each other. Peace, love, prosperity. Until next time, peace.